When Roman Reigns breaks his social media silence after losing to Bronson Reed and getting absolutely demolished in an Australian street fight, you know something big just dropped. The tribal chief doesn't just randomly pop up on Twitter to chat about the weather. He emerged from the shadows today to react to a major WWE announcement, and the wrestling world immediately started dissecting every word like it contained the secrets to the universe. Spoiler alert, it kind of does. WWE has been playing the mystery game lately, dropping cryptic teases that had fans spinning theories faster than a conspiracy theorist at a UFO convention. Everyone was guessing what these mysterious videos and posts could mean. New debut? Returning legend? Massive storyline twist? Turns out it was something even bigger than a single moment. WWE released a full promotional video for WrestleMania 42 earlier today, and the star power in this thing could power a small city. We're talking Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, and Triple H all featured prominently. That's not just a promotional video, that's the Mount Rushmore of wrestling plus a few extra faces carved into the mountain. Roman Reigns, who hasn't been seen on WWE programming since Crown Jewel 2025 where Bronson Reed beat him like a drum in that brutal Australian street fight, decided this Wrestlemania promo was worth emerging from his exile for. The tribal chief took to social media to react to the announcement and sent a message directly to Las Vegas, the host city for WrestleMania 42. His post wasn't just empty hype either. Reigns made sure to note that tickets were on sale for the event, essentially telling fans to acknowledge him by buying seats to watch him potentially reclaim his throne at the biggest show of the year. The fact that Roman is featured so prominently in WrestleMania promotional material despite being off television since Crown Jewel tells you everything about his value to WWE. The company isn't just building WrestleMania around their current active roster. They're building it around the stars who move the needle regardless of whether they're on TV every single week. Roman Reigns' box office, and WWE knows that putting his face on WrestleMania marketing immediately makes the event feel bigger and more important. But let's back up and talk about what's been happening in Roman's orbit while he's been absent from television. The head of the table has been encouraging Jey Uso to chase the World Heavyweight Championship again, playing the supportive tribal chief role even from a distance. Main event Jey actually delivered on that encouragement by winning a battle royal last week on Raw, which earned him a shot at the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. That match is happening at Saturday night's main event on November 1st against none other than CM Punk, which sets up one of the most interesting dynamics in wrestling right now. Think about the connections here. Roman has history with both Jey and Punk. Jey is family, the cousin who finally broke free from Roman's control and became his own man. Punk is the rival who Roman has battled at the highest levels, most recently in that triple threat at WrestleMania 41. Now those two are fighting for a championship while Roman watches from the sidelines, which has to be eating him alive. The tribal chief doesn't do sidelines. He doesn't watch other people compete for championships that he believes should be around his waist. This whole situation feels like it's building towards something explosive. Speaking of WrestleMania 41, let's revisit that match because it's crucial context for understanding where we are now. Seth Rollins defeated both Roman Reigns and CM Punk in a triple threat match at the Showcase of the Immortals. But the finish wasn't clean, it was messier than a toddler eating spaghetti. Paul Heyman, Roman's longtime special counsel and advocate, betrayed both Reigns and Punk during the match to help Seth Rollins win. That betrayal sent shockwaves through the wrestling world and kicked off a chain of events that's still playing out today. The Heyman betrayal was just the beginning of Seth Rollins' problems though, because karma came for the visionary faster than a Claymore kick. Earlier this month, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed turned on Rollins in spectacular fashion, beating him down so badly that he had to relinquish the World Heavyweight Championship due to injury. Now the title is vacant, which is why Jey Uso and CM Punk are battling for it this weekend. It's a beautiful mess of interconnected storylines where everyone has beef with everyone else and championships keep changing hands through betrayal and violence. But not everyone is thrilled with how WWE has been handling Roman Reigns throughout all of this. Enter Vince Russo, the wrestling veteran who never met a hot take he didn't immediately share with anyone within earshot. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw show, Russo dropped some criticism that's worth examining even if you don't agree with his conclusions. He claimed that WWE relies on Roman Reigns way too much whenever they're short on star power, basically using him as the emergency break glass in case of ratings drop option. Russo's argument is that WWE has repeatedly brought Reigns back whenever they need to breathe life into the product, and it's been done so many times that fans are getting desensitized to it. It's the boy who cried wolf except the wolf is a Samoan powerhouse who Superman punches people. According to Russo, this constant pattern of Roman leaves, numbers decline, Roman returns, numbers spike, rinse and repeat has been executed far too many times to keep fans genuinely interested in the storyline rather than just recognizing it as a transparent business move. Now, Russo isn't entirely wrong about WWE using Roman as their ultimate ratings weapon. The numbers don't lie. When Roman Reigns is prominently featured on programming, viewership tends to be higher. When he's absent, there's usually a noticeable dip. That's not a criticism of Roman, it's actually the ultimate compliment. He's so valuable and so over with audiences that his presence or absence materially affects how many people tune in. That's the definition of a top star, someone who can move the needle just by showing up. But here's where Russo's criticism gets a bit shaky. Is it WWE's fault for recognizing what works and using it strategically, or is it a failure of WWE to build more stars at Roman's level so they're not so dependent on one person? The real issue isn't that WWE uses Roman Reigns when they need a boost. The real issue is that they apparently haven't successfully created enough other stars who can generate that same level of interest and viewership when Roman's not around. The WrestleMania 42 promotional video featuring Roman alongside legends like Brock Lesnar and current top stars like Cody Rhodes and CM Punk shows WWE's strategy pretty clearly. They're positioning WrestleMania as the convergence point where all these massive names and storylines collide. Roman being featured so heavily despite being off TV since Crown Jewel suggests that whatever his WrestleMania program ends up being, it's going to be major. Maybe it's a rematch with Cody. Maybe it's finally the dream match with Brock. Some major matches recently, which is unusual for someone who spent over 1,000 days as champion and rarely took losses.